Imagine holding a key in your hands, a key that can open doors to a life filled with more clarity, peace, prosperity, and direction. Now think that this key is hidden within you, waiting to be discovered and used. This key is your spiritual intuition, the inner voice that has been given to you since the moment you were born. However, like all great treasures, it needs to be discovered, cultivated, and used in the right way. In today's video, you'll learn how to access this inner voice and use your spiritual intuition to transform the way you make decisions, deal with challenges, and create your reality. This is not a skill reserved for a few, but a divine potential available to all. The difference is that few people know how to release it, but you, the one watching now, are about to understand how to activate this power. Comment now, "I'm ready to awaken my intuition," to seal this decision in the spiritual realm. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone who also needs to awaken to this inner force. A few years ago, I met a person named Andre. He was full of good feelings, very sensitive, and had unwavering faith. However, Andre always felt lost in relation to the direction of his life. He felt like he was trying to build something important, but something kept preventing him from moving forward. He prayed, meditated, and sought answers, but it seemed like the doors were always closed to him. It wasn't until he started paying attention to his intuition that everything began to change. One night of silence, Andre had a revelation. He felt a deep peace within him, a feeling that he already had all the answers he needed, but wasn't listening to his own inner voice. He realized that the secret to unlocking his journey was in listening more to his intuition and less to the external noise. From that moment, Andre began to trust his intuitive decisions. He aligned his life with what he felt was the right path, and in no time, things started flowing in a surprising way. He was recognized at work, his health improved, and his relationships deepened. Now you must be thinking, what if I too am lost amidst so many choices and uncertainties? What Andre learned is what you are going to learn now. Andre's story is not unique. Many people, like him, are searching for answers outside of themselves, while the answers to their greatest challenges are within. This happens because from the moment we are created, we are endowed with divine wisdom. This wisdom, which we call spiritual intuition, is a direct connection to the greater plan, to the divine. True transformation begins when you realize that you don't need to search for answers in every detail of the external world, but instead within your heart, where God's voice can be heard clearly. When you begin to trust this intuition, your decisions begin to align with your life purpose, and everything around you starts to reflect that alignment. In the next few minutes, I will reveal 3 fundamental principles for you to access this spiritual intuition, simple yet powerful principles that, when applied with faith, can change your life once and for all. If you apply these principles just like Andre did, you will see that your journey will become clearer, the answers will come more easily, and your inner peace will be unshakable. The first step to accessing your spiritual intuition is to learn how to silence the external noise. We live in a noisy world where the constant pressure of choices, information, and expectations can take us away from our own path. To hear your intuition, you need to create a silent space, a moment of peace where you can simply listen to what's coming from within you. I know what you're thinking. I try to stay silent, but my mind doesn't stop. I'm going to teach you a simple yet incredibly effective technique to calm your mind and create that inner space of silence. The secret is knowing how to begin to listen, even when the world seems to be shouting around you. But here's a crucial detail. When you dedicate yourself to this moment of silence, you are creating a space of receptivity. This isn't just about stopping talking or thinking. It's about opening a space where you allow yourself to be guided. Soon I'll explain how you can do this practically so that your intuition becomes clear and unmistakable. Now, as you follow these steps, you will begin to experience a series of benefits in your life. First of all, your mind will calm down and you'll feel less anxiety. Andre experienced this, and when he started listening to his intuition more attentively, not only did he gain clarity in his decisions, but he also felt a deep sense of peace, as if everything was in its right place. Moreover, your confidence will grow. Over time, as you align more with your intuition, you will notice that you begin to make more assertive choices. The fear of uncertainty will give way to solid confidence because you'll be more secure in your choices. You will feel more empowered, more capable of facing challenges because you'll know you're being guided by a higher force. When you begin to align with your spiritual intuition, you'll realize that life is no longer about controlling every situation, but about flowing with what is being revealed to you. This deep alignment allows you to clearly feel the direction you should follow in any situation. Unlike the outside world, where there are so many distractions and pressures, your intuition brings peace. It brings that inner sense of confidence you need, no matter the challenge or doubt that may arise. Andre, along his journey, understood that true peace doesn't come from having all the answers, but from trusting that he is being guided by something greater. And this doesn't mean he stopped working or acting, but that his actions became more precise and certain. He knew that, by making decisions aligned with his intuition, he was connecting with divine intelligence, and therefore his choices became clearer, faster, and much more effective. And this is what you can achieve too, by learning to listen to your inner voice. But for this, you must understand the following. Intuition is not a guide that imposes itself on you forcefully. It manifests through softness, inner peace, and clarity that aligns with what you already know is right. It doesn't shout, it whispers. And this is what makes its recognition even more powerful. To hear it, you need to create space for silence. And it is in this silence that your intuition becomes clear. Now, maybe you're asking yourself, how do I access this space of silence in such a noisy world? Here's the key. The secret isn't trying to force quiet, but in allowing silence to naturally fit into your life. Soon I'll teach you a simple but powerful exercise that can help you access this deep state of silence anywhere. It's very common that, in the beginning of this practice, your mind will still be full of thoughts and worries, and that's perfectly normal. Don't worry if silence seems difficult at first, because it's a skill you'll develop over time. The important thing is to start creating a daily practice of mental deceleration. And as you allow yourself to silence, your inner voice will become clearer and clearer. Silence is not the absence of thoughts or noise. True silence is the presence of inner calm. It's when you allow your mind to break free from worries and align with something greater. When you reach this state, your intuition flows with more freedom. Along this journey, you will notice not only spiritual clarity, but also profound psychological benefits. The practice of listening to your intuition can significantly reduce anxiety and stress. This happens because when you trust your inner voice, you start making choices that are more aligned with your true essence. And when you make decisions based on your true self, life begins to flow in ways you never imagined possible. This is one of the greatest benefits of listening to your intuition. You begin to live in harmony with the universe. The feeling of constant struggle begins to decrease. You begin to notice that by trusting your intuition, everything around you begins to align. Your relationships, your work, even your health begin to improve because you're in tune with the natural flow of life. By trusting yourself and your connection to the divine, you create a sense of peace that radiates into all areas of your life. Now that you know how spiritual intuition can change the way you live, it's time to begin. Don't wait any longer. Start today by listening to your inner voice, trusting your intuition, and acting on what your heart and spirit tell you. Comment now. I'm ready to hear my intuition to seal this decision in the spiritual realm. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share with someone who also needs to take this step in their spiritual journey.